Hi Aries, welcome back to POSH. I'm going to be doing a loved one spread for you, a loved one reading. Today is September 26, 2021. I hope this video finds you well. If anything's not going well, I hope things turn in your favor very, very soon, Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and any other aspects of Aries in your natal chart. Let's get to it. I'm going to do this reading, lost loved one reading. I call it a loved one spread because I don't ever really feel our loved ones are lost from us. Like they're always with us. So I separated the court cards here. So I have the 16 court cards from the tarot here, and then I have the rest of the deck. So we'll be pulling the signifier card first. The first card is who's reaching out. Card 2, why they're reaching out. Card 3, what messages or advice do they have for you. Card 4, will you implement their advice. Card 5, how will you implement their advice, okay? We have free will, so maybe you're not going to implement their advice. So we'll see what happens. I created this spread a few weeks ago. I'm creating different spreads all the time. I do readings just for me, and this is one of my readings that I began to use, and now I'm sharing it with you. So please hit like and subscribe and spread the love. If this video is not for you, if this broadcast does not fit for you, please don't ever force anything. And I have the utmost respect and best intentions in doing this reading. So I hope that you feel that. And what else? Everything you need to know is in my description box below. The playlist are categorized by month. So if you want to check out any other readings, any other aspects, or any other signs, please look. They are categorized by month, okay? I am opening again for private readings. I will post that. I had said that would be upcoming soon. I opened September 7th, but I got booked. And I had some outside responsibilities with readings. So that's it. So here we go. All right, Aries. So we're going to pull the first card, who's reaching out. Queen of Pentacles. This is definitely, to me, when I see the Queen of Pentacles especially, I feel like this is someone who is a very motherly figure. If they were not your mom, then I feel like it's someone who was very like motherly. Within her household, she was definitely the ruler in how the atmosphere plays out, and she was very proud of that. This is someone who, you know, they could be a little polished, and they could, you know, make sure they got their lipstick on, make sure the table's set a certain way. It's more of a structure, a structured way of how they did things. And they could have handed that down to you, and you could have incorporated that into your life. Or you could not have incorporated it into your life. But whichever, it was a very significant thing. If it was a grandmother, it's like, okay, you would go and you'd have Sunday dinner there, and everything was always the same way. Like, you know, maybe you'd fold the napkins and you'd put the silverware out, and, you know, make sure they like salt and pepper shakers, or, you know, everything was just a certain way. Now, that doesn't mean that you had to be wealthy, because it's Queen of Pentacles. I mean, you could have the most minimalist household and still have a structured thing. You know, it's sort of like people that would put their, like, in the 1800s, whatever, like, put their Sunday best on, right? Or 1920s, or even now, put their Sunday best on. Maybe they like worked outside all day, or they, you know, worked long hours, but they saved like certain clothes or certain shoes just to wear on Sunday. And I feel whether it was that it was to go to service, or it was just that, you know, that person wore this fancy apron just because company was coming, whichever it was. I mean, they could have cooked and sweated in the kitchen all day, but they put earrings and their fancy apron on before everybody got there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting. Now, this is feminine energy. You know, she's even got her nails done here. Better than me. um, but I definitely feel this is a powerful person. I'm not definitely feeling like they're in your face, but I feel like they just exuded power. Like they exuded self-confidence. They could have a tornado and a hurricane going on around them and ripping tree, like just crazy stuff, even with family. But they would always be centered themselves, and they would not let that chaos get to them. They would still plug away, make dinner like they would, or do this how they would. And even though if there was pain behind it or if it was difficult, they are the ones that kept that structure. And you know that, and you remember that. Maybe some of you had a little bit of a chaotic childhood, and this person just sort of made structure for you. You know, it's home life, Pentacles, physical, material possessions, health, income, education, career, household, dwelling, taking care of yourself, feeling worthy, self-worth, self-esteem. Queens are cup energy underlying, and the Queen of Pentacles has that grounding energy overlying. So, you know, earth energy is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Those are the earth signs. So I'm not saying definitely they had to be an earth sign, but they had that grounding energy. This person was an anchor in your life. But if you cross this person, you see this? That's like Neptune or whatever, right? Or reminds me of Neptune. But, you know, you might get a fork in your ass if you really cross them bad. Just saying. So, again, I'm getting a feminine energy. So take that as it applies. This person also, you know, they may only have worn like lipstick or got their nails done, but they would always take care of their hair. Maybe not like when they were like around the house or like cooking, but if they were going somewhere, they always, always, always had their hair done. So take that as it applies. And I'm not just getting like that old fashioned like go to, which I am getting, but not just that. You know, you could go and get your hair done once a week. Yes, I see that. But I also see even like current day, within recently, that someone would always, they'd go every 6 weeks and get their hair cut or, you know, whatever it is. And I'm not talking about swanky. I'm just saying they would just they had a ritual with themselves for self-care. And it was very, you know, evident. They didn't sway from it. Even when they were ill, they still did that. I got a bunch of cards come out. So, this person has a message, and this person is telling you to be strong, have hope and faith, and they have the Eight of Cups reversed here. Now, the Eight of Cups is walking away from what doesn't serve you anymore. So I feel like they want you to have strength and hope and faith because you began to start to walk away from things that don't serve you anymore. But for some reason, it's reversed because there was a blockage, or you sort of had to stay around and stay with that energy that you want to walk away from for specific reasons. It could have been because of their passing. It could have been because of a situation. It could have been anything. Only you know. So that was a sidebar, a separate. When I say sidebar, I mean like that's a bonus, like separate thing. So I'm gonna say, why are they reaching out? So that I'm not taking as why they're reaching out. I'm just leaving that where it is. Why is this person reaching out? And that was a big introduction about this Queen of Pentacles person. I mean, I love this person. I really, really do. Aries. They're reaching out. When I get this for the High Priestess, why they're reaching out, it's because you're the person that would believe that you were actually hearing from them. You're the person that's that veil between two worlds. You're the person that has that sort of inner knowing, Aries. Whew. This person has really, really like strong energy. What messages do they have for you or advice? Seven of Swords. Wow. I almost felt like there were two cards there. They are letting you know the Seven of Swords energy. It's like holding under the cover of moonlight, holding the swords from the wrong ends, leaving two there. I definitely feel that this person is sort of mesmerized by the moon. Moon card for Major Arcana is Pisces energy. I feel their message is that you need to look back because there's some deception there. So I feel like the message is that you're being deceived. That's what I'm getting. I feel like they're saying caution. I'm going to clarify that card, but for right now, that's what I'm getting. I feel like they're telling you caution. That doesn't mean something horrific. That doesn't mean something crazy. It could be just someone stealing your parking space. So, you know, I'm just saying. Maybe not stealing your parking space. Just, you know, keep one eye open is sort of what I'm getting. And this person does have, you know, the one eye with a patch and the one eye clearly looking. So keep one eye open. I also feel like for some of you, it has to do with a relationship because I see these two swords left here. So it's like keeping one eye open in a relationship. Will you implement their advice? No, I don't think you will. I think that you don't believe it. Maybe this person in life, they sort of, whether it's a mother figure, motherly figure, grandmother, auntie, like whoever it is, getting feminine energy. Take that as it applies. The Seven of Wands, I feel like you're a little scared and shook up, and you want to stand their ground, your ground, but you feel very nervous too. So I feel like you know what they're telling you is true, but you're sort of shooken up a little bit. So I really don't, I'm not really sure you're going to implement their advice right this second. How will you implement their advice? Self-love. They want to see you have self-love for yourself. Ace of Cups energy, Aries. Once you come around, if you do implement their advice, it'll be through self-love. It'll be knowing that your cup runneth over, regardless if you are still, if this has to do with the relationship with it that you're walking away from here, that you got stuck in. And you got, you know, stuck in temporarily. I feel they're trying to show you self-love. And that is the way you will implement your advice, by having finally love for yourself. Because you want equal give and take and kindness with the Six of Pentacles. That's being receptive, giving and receptive. You're really laying low and you're tired of the critical thoughts that weigh you down. And you're also tired of the heartbreak here, the heartache. That Three of Swords up here with the one laying underneath. To me, that feels like you're laying low because you're tired of the heartbreak. And I don't blame you because you have Five of Swords here. So you're in a battle. And we have that same lightning that's in this card, which is why I feel you're not going to implement that advice. I think there's some fear to implement the advice. But once you're putting yourself first, Aries, and you do have that self-love, I feel you will. Right now, you're in analysis paralysis. You're wrapped up in your head. And you really don't want to see anything. It's like, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. You don't really want to deal with it, even though you know it's there. You sort of want to go about your business. And I feel this person also taught you, like, as I said, when there's chaos around you, this was the person that still did this, still did that. So it's like they almost feel, it's not that they feel guilty, it's that they know they taught you keep a stiff upper lip, but not to this point. They don't want the negative aspects of seeing that in them. Because, you know, they might have had different reasons, a different situation, different aspects, and it doesn't really implement to your situation. And they coming through and reaching out because they know that you'll listen. I mean, you'll know, you'll acknowledge the message. But whether or not you will incorporate it and implement their advice is another story. You have a lot of judgment about yourself and your family life. You have a lot of judgment. And that, I feel that's you. It's feminine energy there, but I feel that that's you. And I feel that everyone's waiting on you to act, but you're still in that Four of Swords energy because it's easier to sleep during the battle than to actually take action. I have a Scorpio energy here, death. Death and transformation. Once you do, you know, wake up from this and make your way and possibly implement this advice from your loved one, it's going to transform you. Again, here you could see like you're laying down and it's like you sort of don't want to deal with it. But you're suffering in silence with this Nine of Swords energy and you're getting it from both ways. And this is actually the waning crescent moon. Right now we're in the waning gibbous moon in Gemini. And the waning gibbous moon right now, as I'm filming this, in the waning gibbous, you're practicing slow growth, slowing down, shedding excess. So it's not surprising that you're in that wait mode, that you're in that sleep mode, rest and recovery mode, hiding out mode. So right now under waning gibbous, you want to practice gratitude, open your heart chakra, give back, and just love. And love yourself, because that's the way you're going to implement their advice. But with this Nine of Swords, I'm showing has the waning crescent. I just want to tell you that I feel things are going to turn in your favor with this loved one message, and you're going to start implementing. There's going to be like a bell go off. So, the waxing crescent, once we come to that, you'll be setting intentions, it'll be time for growth, and you'll be dreaming big. So yes, I do feel that right now we're waning gibbous, then the last quarter, then waxing crescent. I'm so sorry. What is doing? I need to put my glasses on. Strike that. Strike it, strike it, strike it. Okay. Other side of the coin. It's not waxing crescent, it's waning crescent. Waning crescent. Surrender, let the universe take over, rest and recover, set new intentions, prepare, and say the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that is your message, Aries, from this loved one. Namaste. I pray you find your way. Mwah. I'll see you next time.